taking a ride, aren't you? Rolling up a stake and going to Vegas.
Welcome to the #1 poker radio show in the world. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
1 full hour of poker news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
My timing in my life is just impeccable, BJ. Unbelievable. We literally were, 5 minutes from getting the bubble right on the air? Nope. Can't have that happen.
Sorry, you have post-bubble action.
Yeah, we have post-bubble action. Lots of great stuff going on here. Hey, this is the Mark Hoke Show. We're live. Sorry we didn't get to yesterday. We kind of had a little crampage here in the media area, but we got it straightened out. I'll be giving my space back up soon. It's okay. But we're very happy to be on the air live from the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, as we are now down to one. I mean, this is unbelievable. We're down to 144 players left in the main event already. This thing has been flying along. So we just hit the money bubble. Of course, didn't get the guarantee. We got 907 entrants into this one, and somebody is going to be walking out of here a poker millionaire. It is going to be an exciting next couple of days here at Seminole Hard Rock. Of course, we also have another tournament going off right now. Big freeze out. Lots of money, lots more money on the line. We're going to get into all of it in just a little bit, but as you see, we got the fan cam up today, and in front of you on that table, we're looking live in at Ari Engel, who was one of the chip leaders going into yesterday. Luis Santoni is over there. We've got Ronnie Barta still in, and I think, I can't see his, I think Nick Schulman is still over there as we were rolling along here, but a lot of great players. Theo Lawson, one of the great guys from the area, still in this tournament, and just kind of looking around. We'll get some more of the names in a little bit as the chip count is being unbelievably and superstar updated by BJ Nemeth and Al Can. Hang over there. BJ's standing up. BJ, like I said, we're in a little crunch, and BJ is, you're seeing what it's really like to do what we do in here, because BJ's just hopping up and down. Yeah, but a ton of great names still left in here. A lot of great players made it through to day 2. But half of them are gone already in this tournament. That is unbelievable, the pace we've been on here down at Seminole Hard Rock, and we'll take a look at that for you in just a little bit. Let's do this. How about we head over to those updated chip counts? I think they are posted. So give me 1 second here, and we'll switch that up. In fact, BJ was doing the chip counts. Obviously, a very critical time here for everybody doing all the work here on the blog. So let's slide on up here, and we'll take a look, see if that has been updated yet or not. Looks like we're still got the money bubble post up there. So King Callis, of course, the son of legendary Philadelphia Phillies broadcaster Harry Callis, is your bubble guy in this one, as Harry Cullen sends him packing. So Mr. Callis gone in this one. I'll tell you what we'll do while we're waiting for those updated counts to hit the big board. 1 second. Nope. Okay, we do have some. Ryan Rivers out in front as of level 14 at 635,000 chips. He's done very well here for himself. He was on the final table here last time around. Joseph Cowden, the day 1 chip leader, is at 592.5. Mark McDonald, 519.5. And the aforementioned Luis Santoni, last time we checked, was at 454,500. Rick Alvarado at 448. I believe he's actually sitting right in front of us there. Let's see. We've got Travell Thomas, one of the great and exciting players from up in the Borgata area. He is at 443. James Gilbert at 423.5. Mark Doobie at 410,500. Peter Camerlin at 407.5. And Ryan Teppen, who went heads up for a title 2 days ago, came up just short, is in the top 10. Some other big notables. Phil Locke. He's here. He's getting it done. BJ's typing away. But Phil Locke at 360,000. Jose Gonzalez 353.5. Dan Coleman, the man who won this tournament last year, is looking to try and do it again. He's at 346.5. Vlad Mezerhitsky at 337.5, and Paul Volpe at 326. So those are some of your notable chip stacks going into this current level. We'll take a look at, of course, yesterday wrapped up with Joseph Cowden leading the way. He's out of Black Lick, Ohio. I have never heard of that town. BJ, have you ever been to Black Lick, Ohio?
Where?
Black Lick, Ohio.
I have not.
No?
I probably don't want to
No?
posit any guess about that town.
Fair enough.
Been to Ohio a lot, driven through Ohio, but don't know. Was I not mic'd?
No, you weren't.
That's okay. I said nothing of consequence.
Yeah, he said he's never been there.
Nope, never been.
Which is stunning, because BJ's been everywhere, man. He's been everywhere.
If it made no note or drove by on a highway or something.
Oh, good. Well, so Cowden led the way yesterday. Of course, is still doing well today. And Ryan Rivers in second. Jose Gonzalez started off third. Sorrel Mizzi was in fourth, coming out yesterday at 231. Jonathan Marlowe started off today in fifth, along with Stuart Patterson, Ari Engel, who we're looking at over here right now. Gene Davenport, Paul Volpe, rounding out your top 10 from yesterday's play. We wrapped up with 303, and we are down to 135 players. Are you kidding me? We may have to have the final table a day early. Better get Phil Helmuth queued up.
That will not happen.
I know it won't, but it could.
No, it could not.
If you
There are humans in charge, and they will make sure that doesn't happen.
But just saying that if the tournament played out naturally, it could reasonably conclude tomorrow.
Well, if it played out naturally, we'd never take any breaks or stop for the end of the night. And, we would be done in just 42 hours or something.
Well, that would be ridiculous. That would be painful, as a matter of fact. How would you like to blog for 42 hours, BJ?
As long
Straight.
as I was paid hourly and not daily, I'd do it.
Really?
I'd take it, sure.
Nah.
If I do all my work right in a row, condensed like that, that's more free time. Like if I spread that 42 hours over a week, that eats up a whole week. If I do it all in 2 days, that eats up 2 days plus like 1 day to sleep, recover, and then I get an extra 4 days off. Bada bing, bada boom.
But what if you're given other duties?
What if what?
Yeah, if you're given other duties. People would expect you then to do that all the time.
I'd be cool with that all
That'd
the
be
time.
horrible, BJ.
I don't
Come
work
on.
every week. That's why I love this job.
There you go.
So I work 42 hours straight every 3 weeks. Hell yeah, it's snap call.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. BJ Nemeth always with the incredible insights of why Mark Hoke is completely wrong about everything. By the way, Joe Sirac across the way over there with Anthony Spinella doing his thing. But yeah, so this main event has just been, just a wow. The winner, of course, is going to get $1 million. Second place picks up $575,000. Third will get $310,000. Fourth will pick up $220,000. Fifth, $180,000. Sixth, $150,000. Seventh, $125,000. Eighth, $100,000. $75,000 for ninth place, reaching the final table. That's going to be broadcast by the Poker Night in America team. Should be pretty exciting as we continue to roll on here. But yeah, man, 135. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous, I'm telling you. Let's go and take a look at what else is going on, because, of course, we do have some other tournaments that are being played out right now. Kind of set this schedule up so everything would roll in back to back to back. And starting today at 3 p.m. was the $2,650 No Limit Hold'em Freeze Out $1 Million Guaranteed Tournament. On that one, that is officially event number 22 on the docket. And then tomorrow, we start off the $1,100 No Limit Hold'em Re-Entry Tournament, $500,000 guarantee on that. And just in case you thought we forgot about all the guys with money to burn, it is the $25,400 buy-in high roller event with a $1 million guarantee as well. So, many tournaments don't guarantee $8 million in a series. We're doing it here in 4 days. It's pretty sick. Actually, I'm sorry, it's about 7.5. Pardon me, 7.5. But some great stuff. Of course, more events will be coming up here over the next couple of days too. On Monday, we'll be kicking off the. I don't want to say the nickname I have for it, but the $150 tournament, $50,000 guarantee, starts on Monday. That'll run through Wednesday. Starting flights on Monday and Tuesday, and then also on Monday, $2,650 pot limit Omaha re-entry tournament. Plus on Tuesday, also a $200 deep stack turbo no limit hold'em re-entry. I think we're all going to be a little busy to be able to play one of those tournaments, BJ.
I never play tournaments, and yes, we will definitely be too busy.
Each one of us, I think, is going to be getting a final table. Which one do you, if you had to pick one to cover, which one would you want, BJ?
I called the 5 mil.
You want the 5 mil?
Yeah.
I'll take the high roller. I want the high roller.
When you put 5 mil in the prize pool, it becomes a high roller by that point.
Yeah, but I mean, I want the high roller.
You can have it.
Okay.
I like the not necessarily the big field, but like the most at stake. Players are playing for 4 days straight. It's a massive return on their buy-in. Even the top pros, like even if Nick Ranu or Ivy are at the final table at that point, they're taking it as seriously as any event, save maybe the main event.
Sure.
In a way that even a 2-day high roller event, I don't see the same personal investment, not money, but like time, effort, and the fact that the opportunities don't come up that often.
Yeah.
You make the final table of a 900 player, 5 million guarantee. That's a rare opportunity. Making the final table of a 40 player tournament, it's one of those. It's kind of nice to have, kind of nice on the career resume and all that. I like it when the players are invested more than just money.
If you're wondering why I just swallowed my own spit there for a second, I do not have the barricade up around the camera today. We do not have the triangle of salvation around it. Oh, and one of the largest of our tournament directors was so close. So close. It's become a tradition here on the Mark Hoke Show down at Seminole Hard Rock to just crush the tripod. Oh my God. Wow. Anyway, but yeah, so a lot of great happenings going on. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll step back, take a break, and we're going to run down everything that's happened here at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. Recognize all of our winners here in this series, and there have been some amazing moments, some terrific tournaments. It has been a wild 2.5 weeks, and we're going to take a look back at what's going on here at SHRPO. And of course, you can too. Just go to shrpo.com and follow along with everything happening on the blog. But we'll step back, take a break, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show live from the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. Stick around. We'll be right back.
It's the dream of every poker player to play in the biggest events in the world or to have a piece of their favorite championship player. Now with YouStake.com, that dream can become a reality. YouStake.com offers you the chance to put up staking packages for the events that you want to play or buy pieces of top professionals for as little as $20. Using a safe and secure payment and payout process, all transactions are done with full transparency so you know where your money and investments are handled properly. And the best part is anyone can participate on YouStake.com, from the amateur to the top poker pro. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for free at YouStake.com and get in the exciting poker action right now. It's sport staking simple and secure. YouStake.com.
Most poker websites drop you into a sea of videos and it's choose your own adventure time. You'll learn a lot of great moves from pros, but they don't teach you how they fit into your game. Isn't there a better way to learn tournament poker? We think so, and that's exactly what you'll get at thepokeracademy.com. It's a completely different kind of training site. We teach you how all the tactics of tournament play fit together into a comprehensive strategy topped by a 2-time WSOP bracelet winner. Use the link thepokeracademy.com/mark to get a free 166-page course guide when you sign up. That's thepokeracademy.com/mark.
The PPC Poker Tour turns up the heat all over the United States with 5 tour stops in August. From border to border, the action starts at the Ho-Chunk, Wisconsin Dells, August 4th through the 9th, with guest PPC ambassador Mark Kroon. Then it's off to Daytona Beach Kennel Club and Poker Room for the Daytona Beach Beachside Open, August 11th through the 16th. Next up, we're off to Mississippi at the Horseshoe in Tunica, August 19th through the 23rd. And then we'll have you covered at Maryland Live, August 23rd through the 30th for the Atlantic Coast Championships. And at the St. Croix Casino in Turtle Lake, Wisconsin, August 25th through the 30th. The action will be hot and heavy at all of the PPC August stops, including your chance to win your way to the PPC Aruba Championships in November. For all the tour information, go to ppcpokertour.com, and we'll see you at all our stops on the PPC Poker Tour.
It's time for you to check out RogueWire.com. News, sports, entertainment, and the internet home of The Mark Hoke Show. Don't wait. Let the sparks fly from your computer at RogueWire.com. And of course, RogueWire.com is powered by BlueRail.net. For over 2 years, The Mark Hoke Show has trusted BlueRail.net as their exclusive host, and you can too. Visit BlueRail.net for top-level web hosting, website building and maintenance, one-on-one customer service, and much more. It's time to get on board with your winning combination. BlueRail.net and RogueWire.com. How far do you want to go?
There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way. With all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at PokerNight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Mondays on Poker Night in America.
The poker action never stops at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Be a part of our 3rd annual Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, offering a $5 million guaranteed championship August 15th through 18th. That's over 5 million reasons to get in the game. Play in any of the additional events running at the premier poker destination July 30th through August 19th, plus satellites and promotions all summer long. The Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open Championship event features one of the best structures anywhere, and will be televised and live stream of 4 final tables, guaranteeing a $7.5 million in combined prize pools. Visit shrpo.com or the Poker Room for registration and how to win your entry into the championship. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood. Must be 21 to play slots and table games and at least 18 to play live poker. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-NET.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is The Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
You know, the great voice, John Lindquist. Black Eagle Productions, I believe, does it out in Las Vegas. That man's voice is amazing, and it's just up at the Nevada Broadcasters Hall of Fame banquet, and we always wish John the best. Look forward to maybe getting him on the show a little more. TJ Schulman, no, walking away. That's unfortunate. But yeah, just taking a look around here. Some of the other players. Moshe Charnaya is around. This has just been a great group of superstars. I see Rachel Krantz is actually in that seat here on our far side there. You probably can't see her a little too far away. You can kind of see Ronnie Barta at the far end of the table over there from the PPC Poker Tour. And along there with Luis Santoni, some of the great players, but there is a lot of talent left in this tournament. You're going to be able to say what they're going to say about the guarantee getting missed, but one of the great things that I think happened was we saw a lot of new faces down here. I just bumped into Justin Oliver, who made his first trip down here to Seminole Hard Rock. Andrew Hendrickson, who won a bracelet or won a championship earlier in this series, made his first trip here. So many terrific players showed up, and that we hadn't seen before. Scotty Wynn was down here. Joe Cotta made his way down here. I mean, this has been just a star-studded field, and whether they'll probably be talking about it was a little too ambitious to go with a $5 million guarantee on a freeze-out like this. But the one thing that it certainly did was attract a lot of players, and Matt Savage, of course, had a great structure set up. The players have been just raving about it, absolutely loving what Matt did with the main event on this one. He was consulting on this thing. So good job by him. I was going to they'll see Nancy Birnbaum out there too, but yeah, I mean, this is going to be a terrific finish, and you're going to get to see it all. Brought to you by the Poker Night in America team as they get going. And we're going to try and get Matt over here on the show when he has a couple of minutes. But we want to take a look at what's going on in the rest of this series, because of course a lot of terrific players coming down here and working hard to try and win a Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open Championship. And we had a lot of terrific runs, some wild hands. Just it was something, and we're going to take a look back here on what happened here earlier in this series. Event number 1 goes to Jorge Gomez. Gomez was actually a little, had a terrific series, had a rough final table later in the series, but you know what? I have a feeling winning event number 1 really, kind of takes the sting off that when he looks back at it. That was a $350 buy-in, $500,000 guarantee. Gomez winning that one in a chop, beating out Dustin Murphy, who we met at one of the other PPC events. Dan Amon, who you're going to, or Amon Don, excuse me, who we're going to hear his name quite a bit as we go through these. Mark Cicelli finishing 4th, Robert Aaron in 5th place on that one. Jonathan Ulrich also making that final table. But those guys picking up a pretty good amount of coin as Gomez wins $85,832 for a $350 buy-in. Pretty impressive stuff. So congratulations to him. And I got to tell you, by the way, you see some of the pictures we got of him on the blog, and I kept some. Guy just looks like Morpheus from the Matrix. It's unbelievable. Looks like Vinny Trin has just headed out the door from the main event. We're waiting to get an updated number on that. Well, we'll keep an eye on as we go. Next up on the big board for your winner, event number 2, that was the $250 Limit Omaha 8 re-entry tournament won by John Reese, who ends up chopping it up with Jeff Boonims. Reese out of Fort Myers, Florida, winning $5,076, and Boonims gets $5,075 in the deal. Joel Harwood, this is a great story. Joel Harwood, of course, the father of Lonnie Harwood, ends up finishing 3rd, and that tournament took place on the same day that Lonnie Harwood was winning her national championship. So we nearly had a father-daughter team winning championships on the same day in major series. I mean, that's pretty cool. Amon Torres finishing in 4th in that one. Christian Ivins in 5th. Robert Campbell makes another final table. I mean, he has just been sensational as well. Didn't pick up a title this time around, but Campbell just doing a great job, especially in the mixed games in this Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. Event number 3, the Deep Stack Turbo No Limit Hold'em $250 buy-in. That one goes to, one second here, Raminder Singh out of Delray Beach, Florida. Singh wins in a chop of $6,716. Chops it up with Nemi Algado out of Rolling Meadows, Illinois. Tim Frazen, John Unjan, and Philip Consolo. And you're going to hear his name a little bit later on. But there's your top 5 in that tournament. As those 5 guys chopped up the Event 3 titles. Congratulations to all those guys and Raminder Singh. Event number 4, that was the $1,100 No Limit Hold'em re-entry tournament. Had a $75,000 guarantee on that. And guy just, he was on his way to Panama and said, I'm just going to stop by, say hi, and win a title. Aaron Mermelstein takes this one down as he beats Elaine Rodriguez. Mermelstein winning $31,150. Daniel Buzgon made another great run there. He finishes 3rd. Buzz Gone out of Marlton, New Jersey picks up $10,680 on that one. Other notables on with Jeffrey Trudeau had a great run. He's had a great run this series. He finishes in 8th. Stuart Patterson finishing in 9th in event number 4. Event number 5, that was the $150 No Limit Hold'em tournament. $150,000 guarantee on that. That goes to Joe Gale out of Staten Island, New York, as he beats out Marty Robbins. Gale wins $35,090 on that. Perry Xiao from Hollywood, right here in the hometown, wins $28,717, followed by Roberto Ramirez and Jose Avila. Jeffrey Trudeau Jr. makes the final table on that one as well, as he finishes in 8th place. And we'll slide her down to event number 6. That was the $250 horse tournament. Give that a click here in a moment. There we go. And unfortunately, don't have the results on that link on that, but we'll see if we can dig that up for you. Event number 7, that was the $507 big stack double black chip bounty. And that one goes to Michael Grafeo. Grafeo held on for dear life in that one, as he had a massive chip lead going into the heads-up match with German Gomez, and Gomez managed to double up a couple of times and pulled that, went from about 1.1 million to about 80-some thousand chips, to closing it to about 150,000 before Grafeo decided to chop that thing up. But Grafeo ends up the winner out of Charlotte, North Carolina, $7,321, followed by German Gomez and Ori Hen, who is looking to try and hold on and win the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Player of the Year championship. And Iman Don, another final table for him, as he finishes in 4th place. Robert Campbell in 5th, and a former World Series Poker Bracelet winner Jason Young finishing in 6th place in that one. Event number 8, 6-Max No Limit Hold'em single re-entry tournament, and that goes to Philip Consolo. Consolo, of course, had already hit one final table, and he beats out David Summers. Well, actually, they chopped that up. David Summers and Evan Titelbaum, who's also won a championship here before, ends up Titelbaum finishing in 3rd, followed by John Valovich, James Lehman, and Roberto Baracol. But Consolo, 2 final tables, and gets a title out of that one. Event number 9, the Pot Limit Omaha 8 re-entry tournament. And in one of the probably two, this is probably the wildest hand of the tournament, major hand of the tournament we saw. Robert Wachtel walks away with that title in a 5-way chop on that, with Garrett Dukes, Jeff Cookson, Lonnie Hemowitz, who also made another final table later on, and Brad Rubin, who also was a runner-up later on in this series too. And of course, the big hand in there, Kevon, with the Omaha hand, where he set all in, but had more chips than, as it was pot limit, had more chips than the all in, and ended up both guys, Wachtel called, and both guys flipped the cards over and created a little bit of chaos on that. Errol Massey finishing in 7th place in that one. So pretty interesting tournament there, and you go read about that hand on Sherpo. It was something to watch, especially it was 2 in the morning. Crazy. Event number 10, that was the Deep Stack No Limit Hold'em re-entry tournament. $1 million guarantee on that. And that one goes in a chop too. In 1 second here as we're loading up here. There you go. Mike Ortiz winning that one. Ortiz winning at $184,730 on that. Eric Becks in second picks up $154,966, followed by Peter Walsworth, Michael Lewin also involved in that chop, Jason Apple, Cord Garcia, of course, the guy that won the Colossus at the World Series, finishes in 6th place in that. Nancy Birnbaum finishing in 9th. So congratulations to all those guys. Great run in that one. Event number 11, that was the $350 Big Stack Black Chip Bounty No Limit Hold'em re-entry tournament, $350. And this one was something to watch too, as Robert Mello ends up winning the championship, and he and Jorge Gomez were dead even and blowing the rest of the field away, and get to the final table, and all of a sudden Gomez went, made an interesting play with an ace queen, and went all the way with Mello, and Mello ended up winning the hand with kings, and pretty much crippled Gomez, and Gomez went out in what looked like was going to be an assured top 3 finish. Ends up finishing 9th. Frank DeGeorge, our friend of ours from Ustake.com, finishes in 2nd place. Nahar Habib finishing in 3rd. Mark Guadino in 4th. And Chicago Ali, Usri Ali, finishing in 5th in that tournament. All right, and at some point, it looked like Matt Savage is going to be over as soon as he can. Just so you guys know, we'll take a step back here on that one, so I can breathe a little bit, and we'll let you know what happened in the rest of the series. Let's see if we've got any more updates here on the tournament so far. And we are down to 126, so the tables keep whittling away here this afternoon. And Mohsin Sharnaya has been eliminated, by the way. We mentioned him a little while ago. He is now out, so another big name falls by the boards. But we're going to see a lot of big names falling by the boards, because there are just too many great players in this tournament. So should be all right. What is somebody saying? Al can't hang? That's so incorrect. It was only one night. One night. Of course, Al down there banging away, nailing the blog, doing a great job. Ryan Lucchese's out on the floor. BJ Neiman's out on the floor, too, and I'll be joining them in just a little while. So, follow all those updates on shrpo.com. All right, I'll tell you what, let's get one more break, and we'll see if Matt Savage is going to pop over. We'll try and wrangle him up and get to talk to him about what he was doing down here and his thoughts about the good and the bad here down at Seminole Hard Rock. So, mostly good, of course, but we'll get to talk to Matt in just a little bit. So let's take one more break, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. We're live from the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, Hollywood, Florida. $1 million on the line here as we roll on in our championship event. Stick around, everybody.
The poker action never stops at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Be a part of our 3rd annual Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, offering a $5 million guaranteed championship August 15th through 18th. That's over 5 million reasons to get in the game. Play in any of the additional events running at the premier poker destination July 30th through August 19th, plus satellites and promotions all summer long. The Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open Championship event features one of the best structures anywhere, and will be televised and live stream of 4 final tables, guaranteeing a $7.5 million in combined prize pools. Visit shrpo.com or the Poker Room for registration and how to win your entry into the championship. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood. Must be 21 to play slots and table games and at least 18 to play live poker. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-NOT.
There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way, with all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at PokerNight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Mondays on Poker Night in America.
It's the dream of every poker player to play in the biggest events in the world, or to have a piece of their favorite championship player. Now with Ustake.com, that dream can become a reality. Ustake.com offers you the chance to put up staking packages for the events that you want to play, or buy pieces of top professionals for as little as $20. Using a safe and secure payment and payout process, all transactions are done with full transparency, so you know where your money and investments are handled properly. And the best part is, anyone can participate on Ustake.com, from the amateur to the top poker pro. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for free at Ustake.com and get in the exciting poker action right now. It's sport staking, simple and secure. Ustake.com. The PPC Poker Tour turns up the heat all over the United States with 5 tour stops in August. From border to border, the action starts at the Hoke, Wisconsin Dells, August 4th through the 9th, with guest PPC Ambassador Mark Kroon. Then it's off to Daytona Beach Kennel Club and Poker Room for the Daytona Beach Beachside Open, August 11th through the 16th. Next up, we're off to Mississippi at the Horseshoe in Tunica, August 19th through the 23rd. And then we'll have you covered at Maryland Live, August 23rd through the 30th for the Atlantic Coast Championships. And at the St. Croix Casino in Turtle Lake, Wisconsin, August 25th through the 30th. The action will be hot and heavy at all of the PPC August stops, including your chance to win your way to the PPC Aruba Championships in November. For all the tour information, go to ppcpokertour.com, and we'll see you at all our stops on the PPC Poker Tour.
Poker players, do you suffer from the Dunning-Kruger effect? That's the mental quirk of thinking you're better at something than you really are. So what's the quickest way to improve your game? How about over 25 hours of training with a 2-time WSOP bracelet winner? That's what you'll get at thepokeracademy.com. It's a completely different kind of training site. It's the only training site that starts at the beginning and explains everything you need to know to become a world-class tournament player. Use the link thepokeracademy.com/mark to get a free 164-page course guide when you sign up. That's thepokeracademy.com/mark.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, and we are back, everybody. Thanks for being with us live from the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open here in Hollywood, Florida. We're going to have Matt Savage on in just a couple minutes. He is trying to work his way over here. BJ Nemeth is over here. Frankly, can I hold your notebook up for just a second? I use a notebook, but BJ has these incredible field notes books. I mean, look what this guy does. Can you guys see that at home? Look at that. I mean, these are amazing notes, and they're actually semi-neat.
I got to be able to read them.
Yeah. I'd pull my notebook out, but people would be appalled.
Fieldnotesbrand.com. They make kick-ass notebooks. I special order them. Well, not special order them. Anybody can order them, but they're great, perfect size for reporting. A very busy tournament day will be one notebook. Otherwise, I can usually get through 2 days on a notebook. And it's just a good size, fits easily in the pocket. Just a very well-made, simple notebook.
There you go. Fieldnotes.com.
Fieldnotesbrand.
Or brand.com. Brand.com. Fieldnotesbrand.com. I prefer the big, bulky spiral notebook because I can just absolutely.
The desk on the far side.
And I have all my notes in one place. But the ineffective part of that is when your daughter gets a hold of it. When your 6-year-old daughter gets your notebook and starts scribbling in it and taking out page.
Well, it's kind of the advantage
page
of burning through them in each tournament. When I get home, the notebook has no need or value. Once I fill it up, I throw it away.
If I'd have just hid the notebook, kept it in my bag. But did I? No.
It's easier just to start fresh.
Yeah. Major failure on my part. I need to get the target. I got to get another one. Actually, the one tournament series, I actually found one of those composition books.
Right.
You know, the hardcover composition book, which was really cool. I loved that thing. I need to get more of those.
Never really used those, even in college.
Just try it. Neither did I, but I mean, it seemed to work for me that one couple of series.
I'm very attached to fits in my back pocket. Very small, unobtrusive. I wouldn't even want to pack composition notebooks.
See, occasionally I just like to have a weapon in my hand.
My hands are weapons.
Oh, wow. You are a bad man, BJ. All right, well, of course.
My biggest weapon is my mind.
Any news from the floor?
Scott Huff on that. What's that?
There you go. Any news from the floor?
Crazy pot. Three-way pot involving Eddie Sabat, November 9er Nick Blumenfield, and a player I am not familiar with, Michel Biton.
I'm not either.
This is the first time I've covered him that I'm aware of. And just a crazy three-way pot. The big blind Biton led the whole way on a 8 of hearts, 6 of spades, 5 of spades, deuce of clubs, king of hearts board. He led the whole way with 2 callers and turned over 3-4 for a straight on the turn.
Wow.
And Al is toying with the camera.
Al Canhang practicing his Jedi techniques / Hoke torture.
Yeah, I'd classify that as that blur was Al Canhang.
That was blur. Al Canhang usually is a blur of sorts. Or else he's blurry-eyed. One of the two.
Titling this post, Weirdest Pot I've Ever Played in My Life.
We're getting commentary from BJ blogging. This is scintillating stuff.
Let's not go that far.
You have such a low threshold of
Brian, did somebody...
Oh boy! By the way, Phil Locke, of course, still in the house here. Dan Coleman. It's kind of fun to see Phil Locke meandering around the tournament. It always keeps things interesting. He's kind of going somewhat mellow today, though. It's just a
Phil
ball
Locke.
cap and glasses. You know, nothing outrageous. No ski goggles or.
Phil Locke is a ton of fun to have in a tournament when he goes deep.
Yes.
When it's down to where he's within talking distance of all tables, like down to 4 tables, he just becomes a lot of fun to cover.
Yeah, we are at what,
Or more fun to cover.
12-ish tables right now, BJ?
Let's see, we got
I think it's
26, so we'd be at what, 15?
15. Sorry.
That's
right. I got another row over there. Ryan Teppin on the far side of the room. But, of course, we got the fan cam up there right now. Luis Santoni, Ronnie Barta, Ari Engel in front of us right now.
Ari Engel had an excellent level 15, pretty much doubled his stack, I believe, without himself being all in.
Who else do we have on that table, BJ?
Luis Santoni,
Yep.
Ronnie Barta, Rachel
Kranz, yep.
I can't get a read on who's got his back to me and who's seat 8. Can't see around the dealer and people. Don't recognize seat 8 and seat 2.
Seat 2 is the guy we were trying to figure out last night.
Which guy were
The one that we didn't have the name. Where I took the picture but didn't take the name.
Oh, well, then I still don't know his name.
Okay.
Seat 4, if he's the guy I'm thinking of, he's a very talkative, fun-loving guy who seems super excited just to be here.
Yeah.
I saw him at a different table yesterday, and he was just having a blast.
And, of course, we're having a great time down here at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. Main event going on right now as, of course, $5 million guarantee prize pool. Didn't quite make the guarantee, but still, that had great draws down here, terrific tournaments, and a lot of new players showing up here, too. And the 2650 is going off, and that $1 million guarantee has been met. But I tell you what, this whole series, just everybody crushed it all series long. I gotta love, by the way, this is the focused BJ right here.
What's that?
What? See, like I said, focused.
The money.
He's focused, doing his thing. Guy's getting to watch one of the masters of poker blogging and live reporting on the show. So he even talks to himself. It's great.
Yeah, am I basically just talking into the mic right now?
You were, yeah.
Sorry about
Let me
that.
turn that off, or
You can do whatever you want. As
It's
long
kinda
as
fun.
I'm not interfering with your show, it's all fine.
all right, well, I'll kill the mic for right now. We want to hit the rest of these events before we say hi to Matt Savage, who should be coming over here any second. At least he better be, or he will break my heart. Going back to... one second here. Let's pull up... yeah, there we go. Event number 11, the $350 Big Stack Black Chip Bounty No Limit Hold'em re-entry tournament. Oh, I'm sorry, we did that one. We had Robert Mello in that, excuse me. Event number 12, the $1,650 Purple Chip Bounty No Limit Hold'em tournament. And that was taken on by Ryan Van Sanford, who really dominated that table. Just no one got near him. He beats out Harry Christensen, Enrique Roman, and Trevor Doughty to win that title. Scott Zackheim and Daniel Buzgon also on that final table, along with Mark McDonald, a guy that we're watching in this tournament as he is making a run through this main event. Ryan Van Sanford wins $26,692, followed by Eric Christensen at $21,262, Enrique Roman $19,507. So that's event number 12. Let's take a look. Event number 13, that was the seniors tournament. Odd little tournament there. Came back for a second day with 10 players, wrapped it at 7. Won by James Dixon in a 7-way chop. It's come on around. BJ will slide it or something. We'll figure it out. But 7-way chop on that. 3 women make that final table, and they all ended up seated next to each other on the final table draw, which was pretty funny. But Dixon wins it along with Saeed Zamiri, Roger Stewart, Diane Schmidt, Stanley Quinn, Nancy Thomas, and Arlene Vasquez. Winning that one. Matt's still doing some duties. Oh, and just when we thought this thing may have slowed down, we're down to 117. There's soon going to be under 100 players playing for this championship. Wow. Unbelievable. Let's slide over to event number 14. That was the Big Stack Turbo No Limit Hold'em single re-entry. Oh, $50,000 guaranteed. And that goes to Matthew Ferrante. And Ferrante, this is a pretty good story, is Ferrante is only his 8th live tournament ever, and he picks up a championship as he beats out Robert Chusett, Octay Altenboss, Mark Gaudino, Steve Karp, Sean Stoll, as those guys ended up on a 4-way chop to wrap thing, or I'm sorry, 4-way chop on that. Karp finished 5th, Stoll 6th. And look who's here, Matt Savage. Oh, we need a chair for Matt. We need something here.
Can you grab one of those chairs?
Yeah, just steal that one, Matt. You're semi in charge here. You can put on the hat too if you want. I'm sorry, BJ is just taking over everything. I'll try and slide over because. So we'll get Matt in here somehow, some way. It will just be snuggly.
Player sent over.
What?
A player just sent over a server to ask Matt something about donuts, and he is being called away at the moment.
Wow, Matt Savage and donuts. So, okay. So as soon as Matt gets squared up on the donut situation, Eddie Sabat over here, by the way, having a good old time, and as he continues on in his run here in our championship event.
Did Eddie come by to tell you what they had? Oh, he's over here now. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. We are moving players around right and left, and let's get the preeminent director of poker tournaments in this industry, and I am saying that in all candor.
Pretty sure I know my own name.
No, you don't.
Matt Savage joining us.
Hey, what's going on?
Mr. Savage, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very
trying to get this done for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
To get back on the show.
I got your headphones a little twisted there, and I do apologize about it.
That's all right. We're good.
You look a little tight on that. Well,
this way?
I don't know. I don't know what we did. We just threw them around the other day, and
all right. I'll give that a shot.
There, that'll help you. There we go. Well, Matt, of course, you've been doing consulting on this tournament, hyping it up. Came up a little short on the guarantee, but I'll tell you what, a lot of players very happy with how this thing has gone.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're not just happy because we missed the guarantee. I'm hoping they're happy with the structure and the way they've been treated this week. It's been a great week. I mean, the things that the Seminole Hard Rock has done this week to accommodate these players, make sure they had a great time and had a great tournament and staff and dealers. It's been amazing. It really has been.
Yeah, and one thing that I think has been really good over this opening or weekend here before the main event, had a great charity series, a poker event, player party, all sorts of terrific stuff happening for the players. I mean, the guys that decide not to come down here, boy, did they miss out.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, obviously the overlay is the big story, but the charity series of poker should be the biggest story. It was more than double what they had last year for it, and I think at least $50,000 raised for charity, $32,000 through the tournament itself. Just a great night. We all have a lot of fun, I can tell you that.
So tell us a little bit about when you worked on helped set up the structure for this tournament. What were the little things that you threw into this that seemed to really get the players happy about what you did?
Well, while I was one of the ones that started the re-entry process, I've been opposed to it for some time, and the reason is because I do feel that it affects poker tournaments and poker in general. I think that multiple re-entries is unfair for the normal guy off the street that won his way in through a satellite because he doesn't have multiple bowls to fire off. But I also feel that it's, more fair for the entire tournament itself. I mean, again, not having re-entry in this championship was probably a little more than we could handle as far as the guarantee goes, but at the same time, I think it provided a great event for these guys. There's still 117 players still in, and I'm pretty sure that they've all enjoyed the structure and the tournament itself.
It has become such a quandary with the re-entries because obviously you built up a lot of big prize pools, but and I know that you were the one that started it, but you've come out and not been happy with it anymore. Where are we going to find that line now? Because some players got used to having some massive prize pools, and maybe we got to pull that back a little bit to get away from re-entries. What are you thinking on this right now?
Well, my original reason for running the re-entries was not for rake like some people think it was. It wasn't for multiple re-entries in the same day. My point of it was to get people to have small buy-ins and big prize pools. And the way we started off by doing that is if you busted out the first day, you could re-enter the following day. And what that did for the casino is a player that you had it there that day could now come back the next day and be back in your casino again. If they busted out, they could go play cash games. They could go, to the restaurants. They could go play a satellite. They could do a bunch of different things in your property. Now, it turned into multiple re-entries at the same day. So you might have a multiple re-entry tournament and you have a specific bankroll that you may blow off all in one tournament instead of stretching it out over the entire series, or playing satellites or playing cash games. And let's be fair, in the beginning cash tournaments were for cash games, and they're still supposed to be in general, but I don't think people see it that way. I think a lot of even management and properties feel that they need to make money off of the tournament itself now, and the tournaments need to be self-sufficient in addition to bringing people in for cash games. Well, if they're blowing all their money in a re-entry event and then they don't cash, you won't see them again.
They're going home.
They're going home.
Yep.
And it's that's not what it was all about. I think that this event here, you'll see that even though people busted out last night, they were at the party having a good time. They were in the poker room playing cash games. They were playing satellites, and they were keeping busy. I think that again was what tournaments were intended to be, and I think we need to get some of that back.
Yeah. And have you guys had any preliminary discussion about next year's setup or the next series? What are you thinking on that?
I think they need to refocus and find out what they need to do. Obviously, this is an outstanding property. I mean, if you look around this room, there's very few venues in the world that are this great, classy, have such a great team working and dealers, and it's just a great event. I mean, it's so much. I mean, it's simple things like space between the tables, and waitresses and people that are working. The blogging team that I have to my right here. Those are things that you find in the greatest, tours and the World Series of Poker and the World Poker Tour and EPT. You don't find these at events that are basically run by the casino itself. And that's what this was intended to be. And I think that they do a great job here. Not only that, they take more risk here than any other casino in the world. And they've got burned by it, a couple times, now 3 times. But I think they're still willing to put up that risk because I think they appreciate the poker player, which, unfortunately isn't the same in all casinos and properties.
Absolutely. And I have to say, this is my favorite place to go on the circuit, period. I just love coming down here. They treat you so well, and the tournaments are terrific. They're great values, and the staff is just amazing. So can't say enough about Seminole Hard Rock. And, even though we missed a guarantee, it's all right.
Yeah,
it's all right because everybody's enjoying what they're doing. So.
Right, exactly. People talk about it because it's, they have a casino, they'll make it back. Don't worry, they'll be fine. All that stuff. It's not, it's not really fair. I think that these guys, again, William Mason and Jason Newman and Larry Frank, these guys, they may be putting their jobs on the line by making this big guarantees, and I think they deserve some credit for that. Hopefully, they don't get fired because of it. But,
I doubt that's going to happen. They'll be all right
too. But at the same time, they have to take some responsibility. I have to take some responsibility as well. It was my idea to have no reentry, and while some people online are saying it was a dumb move, at the same time, I think that it's one of those things that made this event great. And having the following day of another event to play, like right over there we got the 2650 with $1 million guarantee, and then another $1 million
which crushed the guarantee on that, by the way.
Yeah, another $1 million guarantee tomorrow with a high roller, and $1,100 with a $500,000 guarantee. I think these are things that, I think it's innovative, and it's I'm always trying to be innovative. I'm always trying to be creative to where it's a different experience than maybe you'll see from property to property. Really excited about the way it's turned out despite missing the guarantee, so hopefully we can do it again next year.
There you go. And of course you got a little bit of duties with the World Poker Tour, another season. Can you believe it?
I mean, World Poker Tour is awesome. I just think that we are on the World Poker Tour just like the most player-friendly tour, and we really try to create an experience on top of the poker tournament itself. We have things going on around. We have parties. We have player parties. We have Champions Club things. We have, just so many things when you go to an event that you don't see maybe like at the World Series of Poker. We really want to make it a destination. We want to make it an experience. So, I mean, I've really enjoyed my time with the World Poker Tour, and hope that continues for a long time to come.
Well, Matt, they'd be stupid to say goodbye to you. You're the best.
Thanks, Mark.
And I say that in all sincerity too. I mean, to me, there really is no question that you are the best in this industry.
Thank you.
I mean, appreciate that. How did you build that resume and get that experience, and what has that road been like for you along the way?
Well, it hasn't come without sacrifice. Obviously, my wife, Marianne, is amazing. She puts up with hours and hours of me on my phone, computer, talking to people, answering ruling questions, setting up TDA meetings, in addition to my job as the executive tour director of the World Poker Tour, and other side projects like this one. It's a lot of time away from home. Luckily, she's able to travel with me a lot of the time, but at the same time, our kids, we're missing them, so it's been some sacrifice. I just say it hasn't been easy all the time, but I think that it's been a rewarding career for me, and hopefully someday I'll have a legacy in this game that will be valuable and that I've helped a lot of people, a lot of tournament directors, and a lot of other people in the industry throughout the years, and I think that's been rewarding for me personally. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the players. I look out there now and see that the difficulty that it is to be a touring pro, to be an amateur grinder or whatever. I have a lot of appreciation for what they do, and when I give it a shot and play during the summer, I see how frustrating it is sometimes. So again, total appreciation for the player, and a lot of the people that I work with I have so much respect for.
Yeah, last thing real quick, TDA Summit wrapped up this summer. Tell everybody a little bit about any of the major changes that took place.
Well, the major changes that took place is we were always trying to get everybody back on board with the rules. So we want the major tours and circuits and the World Series of Poker and the EPT and the World Poker Tour all doing the same thing, and we want to filter that down into your local card room, through your $20 tournament, so that they can play by the same rules as the big guys. So now when you advance and you get better and you win a satellite or you buy into one of these big events, you're facing the same rules. And that was my goal in 2001 when I founded the World Poker, or the TDA, that we would have the same rules everywhere we went. And so it's exciting for me that this year we finally have got everybody back on the board with the last card off the deck. Though I think it's a ridiculous rule to even argue about. I do think that everybody doing the same thing.
That was Eddie Sabat, by the way.
Did he win the pot or did he lose the pot?
I have no idea, but he looked pretty darn happy.
Did he win the pot or lose the pot?
Take a guess based on the fact that he came over smiling and fist bumping everybody.
No, he's going back to his seat, so it must have mean he won it. Okay, so the goal was to get everybody on the same page, and with that happening now, everybody's going to be using last card off the deck. I think that's no big deal, but exciting at the same time.
Put that baby to bed.
Yeah,
what
put it
that
to
was.
bed, exactly. And now that the World Series of Poker is not making players mandatorily show a hand at the end, I think that's exciting because now we're all on the same page there. And again, that was my goal in 2001, and I think that we are almost there and finally achieved what we want, and so we can move on from the nonsense and hopefully have everybody doing the same thing.
There you go. Well, Matt, thanks for stopping over. I do appreciate it. I know you're a busy guy and appreciate you taking the time out to come on the Mark Hoke Show. We always love having you on, buddy.
Listening to the Mark Hoke Show.
Yeah, there you go. There's a plug. I'm going to use that on my radio show. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Matt Savage stopping over, everybody. Always good to talk to Matt. Even though he got
some rules with these guys again.
Yeah, there you go. Of course, we might have to have one room.
Crazy on this one, BJ?
No.
Finish saying you're on hold up.
Yeah. And if
then,
somebody busts?
No, and then you busted the sand hold up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Works for me. 108 players left.
I can see an argument for the other way, but I disagree with it.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Rulings. All right. So there you go. Matt Savage stopping over. Always great to have Matt on the show. And we have hit my 6 o'clock deadline because it's soon time for me to hit the floor here at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open and do a little bit of blogging with the boys. Ryan Lucchese, BJ Nemeth, and Al Can't Hang, Alan Rash. Should be a good time. So, guys, thank you for joining us here, and we will get you another update tomorrow. Of course, once again, now down to 108 players remaining here. And, yeah, by the way, the fan cam slightly obstructed, but that's all right. I'm not sure how the fan got in here, but we'll be okay. Oh, my God. All right, guys. So we will see you next time here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for joining us, BJ. Thanks for your input. Appreciate it, sir.
No problem.
All right. And we will see you guys hopefully tomorrow here live from the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. Have a great evening. Best of luck to our remaining 108 players as they look to become the next poker millionaire. Have a great afternoon, everybody.